Hello, we are broadcasting from in the basement at an undisclosed location. This is KM Hemmans, flowersandfruit.org. This channel is a series of information disseminated to you to make you feel, to make you think, to make you human.
Style versus substance. Everyone has a particular style of fashion. It is dependent on their environment, peers, and natural inclinations. We cannot possibly list all types of fashion here, especially all the global dress types and trends. For expedience sake, I'll list 8 types of predominant fashions in the West. Sporty style, also known as athleisure, takes elements of athletic wear out of the gym and sports leagues and puts them onto the streets. The Bohemian style. The Bohemian style borrows from the 1960s hippie aesthetic and festival culture. Grunge style is inspired by grunge music and the subculture that originated in the 1980s and 90s Seattle. Preppy style is inspired by the clothing and uniforms traditionally worn at private East Coast prep schools and Ivy League colleges. Punk fashion is inspired by the subversive punk rocker styles of the 70s and 80s and compromises many subcultures, each with its own specific style code. Classic style is an umbrella term for a polished everyday style that incorporates elements of workwear such as blazers, pencil skirts, and khakis. Think jeans, comfortable t-shirts, and sneakers or flat boots. Both streetwear and sporty style might be considered types of casual styles, but casual style can also lean preppy or hip. Formal style is generally reserved for high society functions and events of great meaning and significance. It is what you expect it to be. Streetwear is a casual fashion style that first became popular in the 1990s. It incorporates comfortable yet trendy clothing such as logo t-shirts and crop tops, hoodies, baggy pants, and expensive sneakers. Streetwear takes inspiration from both hip-hop and skater style, with the added element of intentional product scarcity. All fashion styles are a personal statement. I chose this. It spoke to me. It is an expression of who I am. To fully express this statement, however, one must optimize your physique. I know, we just took a sudden and jarring turn. What do you mean by optimize my physique? Are you suggesting that my body is not optimal? Well, maybe. Before we broach this obviously sensitive subject, heed this preamble. Every body is different, with different anthropomorphic features, muscle insertions, adipose tissue retention, and genetic traits that are out of control of any of us. But what is not out of our control is our effort. We can do a little better than we did yesterday going forward, taking whatever God has given us and perhaps we neglected, closer to its ideal form. For the ideal, by definition, is preferred by others. And if we were completely honest, ourselves. Your physique is your fashion, not the other way around. And your fashion only accentuates your physique. This is not to shame anyone, for even yours truly has work to do on myself. Style versus substance. In a society where wealth is chased, it is difficult to escape the rat race. Whether bogged down with a mortgage, fighting ever-increasing rent prices, or eating ramen noodles just to afford your car notes, wealth is a struggle for the vast majority of people. Wealth The piecemeal accumulation of capital over time is, generally speaking, generationally transferred. It is very unlikely for anyone born in the lower economic tier to ever rise to the point of being wealthy. This is not to shame anyone, for even yours truly was born in the lower economic tier. Wealthy people have better education rates, general nutrition intake, and help with childcare, as well as avoided many of the pitfalls that ensnare the less fortunate, such as delinquencies, broken families, and criminality. Being well off is in itself not a vice. However, it is also not in itself a virtue. The race for wealth, or even to just stay afloat, is a permanent fixture in this capitalistic system. But it alone is not the great deciding factor. That factor is your health. I know, as perhaps you do as well, many people whose pursuit of wealth came at the expense of their sleep, food, downtime, and stress hormones. Living in permanent exhaustion, cortisol flux, and irritability is no way of life at all. Even if, after all that work, you succeeded in building that wealth, it consumed all of your time on earth and cost you terribly in terms of real quality of life. This is backwards. For health, not your cash flows, is in fact the greatest form of wealth. Your mental, physical, and emotional health is priceless, and your time is the ultimate scarce commodity. Style versus substance. Having a university degree is a monumentous accomplishment, as is having a college, trade, or vocational certificate. University, or as our American counterparts call it, college degree, are sought after the world over. It is particularly adept at equipping its holder with great potential for growth. This is because regardless of the degree, a degree teaches not only what to learn, but how to learn. This is accomplished by equipping its students with the tools they need to be able to efficiently seek out knowledge themselves. College, trade, or vocational certificates are niches of knowledge. They are limited in scope, direct approaches to solving practical problems. In our culture, university, or as Americans say, college degree holders are thought of as more enlightened, and a college, trade, or vocational certificate holder are thought of as having lesser intelligence. This is not to shame anyone, for even yours truly holds a welder certificate and welder tickets. In reality, technical trades, by their mechanical nature, increase central nervous system activation through new patterns and ranges of motion. It is a separate type of mechanical knowledge of the body that takes tremendous dedication and time to master. Also, college, trade, or vocational certificates many times pay vastly more sums of money than degrees. Hands are extensions of the mind, and minds are extensions of the hand. For those who have neither degrees or certificate, this is not to shame anyone. For those who know this, life and experience itself is the greatest school there is. Hello, this is Hemmans, obviously. You might have noticed a few words were out of place in this video. This was by design. Those of you who noticed, feel free to leave them in the comments section. This will be an ongoing feature of these videos going forward. Good day to you.